Good morning, community. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning recipes, a little bit of everything. Today we're going to talk about what to plant in your Texas fall garden. Stay tuned. Here in North Texas, a lot of our summer plants are still prospering. We've not really gotten cold. We've had some cool nights, but our daytime temperatures have been in the upper 80s and lower 90s, and we expect to see that trend continue at least through the next week. But if you have planted some seeds in the last couple of weeks and they didn't germinate or you had some issues with them, you might want to go ahead and try again. You have to remember that the soil for your fall temperature crops needs to be a little cooler than what we get here in Texas in September and October. Some things we have been able to get going, and one of those is cabbage. So you still have some time to get some cabbage seed in the ground, guys. And cabbage here in North Texas normally will survive our frost and freezes unless we get to an extended one and it gets extremely low temperatures like it did in 2021. In the event that that looks like it's going to happen, you might want to go ahead and cover them up. But all in all, you should be fine to go ahead and get some cabbage seeds or cabbage plugs in the ground now in Texas. Another vegetable that you can get in the ground are your carrots. So we use the broadcast spread method, and that means we just throw our seeds out and then we lightly cover them and then we keep them damp until we see germination, and then we water them probably at least once a day, if not twice a day. Now, carrots will get sweeter after a freeze. So whenever these start popping up, and if you get a little fearful after a freeze, don't, because they tend to get sweeter. Now, these will survive your freeze and frost as well. Again, if it looks like we're going to get a 2021 freeze where we got down to 3 degrees, you might want to cover them up. But carrots are a great thing to start right now. Here are more of my cabbage starts, but over here, I have radishes. We love our radishes and fresh salads, guys, and so radishes are a quick turnaround. You can just pop some of these in the ground, and radishes are usually, they come to fruition around 28 days. So it's a quick turnaround plant, and they're delicious, and they too will survive a freeze or a frost. Many of your greens do prosper during the winter months here in Texas and during the fall months. So my kale and my chard tend to do just fine through freezes, and if they don't, you can cut them down at the ground, and they usually come back in the spring. But kale and chard are two of the greens that you can go ahead and get started. Don't forget your beets and your turnips, guys. You can go ahead and pop those in the ground and probably have you some beets and turnips around the end of January, 1st of February. And if these tops do get frozen and they tend to look a little limp or something, you can cut those off and they will keep growing and they will rebound. So get you some beets and turnips in the ground. It's time to go ahead and get you a good lettuce mix in. You can get you a garden blend, or you can get the red romaine, and even arugula is good to go ahead and start now. You can also start cilantro, some dill. Those are two herbs that do fantastic in the cool weather. We love our onions, guys. We believe in cooking the Trinity, which are sauteed onions and garlic and celery, sometimes carrots. These are all wonderful cooking culinary vegetables, but onions are also good on hamburgers and hot dogs. And a couple of the varieties that we grow here in North Texas are the Texas Early Grano and the Yellow Sweet Spanish. So we grow our onions from seed, and we go ahead and get our little onion starts going. Once they come above the ground and look a little bit healthier, we will go and transplant those into the spots where they're going to stay until they come to fruition. So we do our own starts here instead of buying onion sets. Another one of our favorite onions is the evergreen white bunching onion. These are really good too, and these are like the walking onions, like the chives and stuff. So we are excited to get these in the ground today as well. So since I had sparingly germination due to the soil temperature on my carrots, I'm going to go ahead and throw some more of these in there today, and I'm going to use the Danvers 126 half long, and I'm going to pop these all around and kind of fill in these spots, water them down so that I can get me a full carrot harvest in the late winter or early spring. Now you see here that I have some dill coming up. This is volunteer dill. That's hard to get out. So I had some dill plants in here in the early spring. Through the summer they died off. I left one of the plants in here and they reseeded themselves. I just come in here and make sure that the roots are covered up, because we will be able to get dill and harvest this probably until well after our first freeze, actually, because it does pretty good in colder temps as well. Today is October the 17th, and as you can see, we still have quite a few bell peppers and fresh herbs growing in this small high tunnel. And so we have a very lengthy growing season, guys. And so this will all stay fine. This will all continue to prosper until we get a very hard first freeze. Most things in this high tunnel will survive a light freeze, but once we start getting into where we have prolonged below freezing nights, most of this will go by the wayside. There are a couple of herbs that will survive in the freeze and the frost, and one of them is sage, and the other one is rosemary. Rosemary does fantastic here in Texas. It takes a really, really hard freeze to kill this or knock this off, and with it being in this small high tunnel, it's usually very protected, and we don't worry about it too much. However, if we do have another freeze like 2021, we will have to make some kind of arrangement to get some heating source in this high tunnel. Now, these high tunnels will go ambient at night, but during the day, it is not uncommon when we are below freezing during the day, if it is even 3 to 5 degrees, that these will get up to around 80 degrees. So a high tunnel is a great thing to have. However, it's not a buy-all, end-all, because if we do get down to freezing at night, it does go ambient unless you have supplemental heat. So keep that in mind. I think the best thing that these do for us is it extends our growing season, which I think is the main purpose of it. I would like to grow in here all season long, but until we can get a heat source that we feel is safe and economical, right now we're just having to work with the weather that the good Lord gives us. Our peppers are still doing fantastic, and they will until we get that first freeze. These will then die off. Now, we have tried to overwinter them before, and we just didn't have much luck with it. In fact, we had some overwinter in that big high tunnel, and they did not produce like the ones that we had started from seed at the very beginning. Now, when will we start our seed for our spring garden? Greg will start our seed sometime in December so that things are ready to go into the ground around the 1st to the middle of March. If you like sugar snap peas, don't be afraid to go ahead and pop those in. They should prosper well too until your first freeze or frost. So there's lots of things you can still grow here in Texas. Just get the mindset that it's mainly your root vegetables and your greens. These are things that keep well in the ground, in a root cellar, and in your refrigerator. Makes common sense when you start thinking about what you can plant in the fall and winter months here in Texas. Think cool-minded. We sure appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. And if you're new to our channel, we ask that you hit that like and subscribe. Join us, because even though we are going into the winter months, seed starting starts, guess what, guys, in around 2 months. 2 months away, and we will already be starting and planting our spring garden. We love you all. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend. We may get some rain tomorrow. I got the water sprinkler out, guys. I'm praying that we get rain because we've not had any all month. October normally is our wettest month of the year, our second wettest month of the year, and we've not gotten anything. So we are bone dry here in Texas, and we are hoping for a change. Now, I do see quite possibly a change in the temperature this time next week. We could be a little chilly, and honestly, I'm looking forward to it. Love you all. See you soon.